Yeah, Patrick, that gun is the 6-hour P320. It's on the hip of every uniformed officer here in the city. And there are more officers growing concern their gun could be the next one to go off without warning, without the trigger being pulled. One critic who's a gun expert likens it to walking around with a grenade in your pocket and the pin pulled. 3 times in 2 years, the standard issued gun from Milwaukee police, the 6-hour P320, going off without the trigger being pulled. The latest incident Saturday night, an officer's holstered gun firing, hitting a fellow officer in the leg. Union President Andrew Wagner.
It's crazy. I mean, and it's not the first incident. That's the problem. We've known about this for well over a year.
The first time, July 2020. The next one, 6 months later. A gun went off while an officer stepped out of his car. 2 months later, the police union filed a notice of claim, signaling to city officials the union would sue the city if the guns were not replaced.
We have not heard back on that claim, and we're moving forward with a lawsuit in the next week or two against the city if they don't replace these firearms.
You know, these people have the hardest job in the world already without worrying that their own sidearm is going to discharge on them if they're walking around, if they bump into something.
Attorney Jeff Bagnell is well versed in lawsuits involving the P320. He represents police officers across the country in multiple federal lawsuits against the gun maker. Last fall, a 12 News investigation uncovered internal police memos revealing police officials raised concerns about the P320 when 6-hour officials would not guarantee the guns would not go off unless the trigger was pulled. 6-hour never responded to our request for comment, but in court, Bagnell tells us the company tried to redirect the blame.
And I might call it an accident to make it sound better. There was an accident or a negligence on the part of the operator. You know, kind of like, you know, with an airplane, let's call it pilot error. You know, again, 1, 2 times maybe, but no, not when it's 50, 60, 70 times. So in short, I would say they're saying it was anything other than the gun.
To date, 6-hour has not issued a recall, only adding to a growing fear the next accidental shooting in the city could cost an officer or civilian their life.
Derek, how are police officials responding to the growing concerns from the rank and file?
Patrick, a spokesperson, told us officer safety is one of the department's highest priorities. We do know the mayor and police chief have a regularly scheduled meeting this week. Whether this will be the topic in part of that meeting is unclear at this point. Meanwhile, the police union president told us if changes are not made and fast, we could see that lawsuit in the next couple of weeks.